What's going on, guys? My name is Chronic, and welcome back for another Chivalry 2 weapon guide. This time we're talking about something that you see in-game all the time, but isn't nearly as celebrated as the other two-handed weapons in the game, the Battleaxe. While the Dane Axe excels with its balanced approach, and the Executioner's Axe leads the way with massive damage and crazy reach, the Battleaxe is shorter, faster, and takes a much more involved fighter to harness his power correctly. The Devastator Vanguard and Crusader Knight are both able to bring this weapon into battle, and while it isn't as immediately destructive as the other axes, it earns its place as one of the unsung heroes of Chivalry 2 with its ability to keep you alive and killing. Looking at the stats, the Battleaxe takes it to a new level compared to its axe cousins. As I mentioned before, the Battleaxe is much shorter than the other axes in the game, with about 35% reach to show for this. As for speed, it's around 75%, and the damage output is set at a healthy 100%. These stat levels create a short-range but powerful weapon that allows you to get up close and personal, but also dish out massive damage to ensure kills come quickly. Dealing chop damage, which contributes to its inherent skill in dismemberment, the Battleaxe does plus 25% damage to knights and plus 17.5% damage to footmen. That extra boost in damage will make an already strong weapon even more powerful, and only in the area that really counts, when you're facing a heavily armored and hard-hitting opponent that needs to be brought down quickly. Alright, now let's talk about the Battleaxe's perks, which is what I'll be calling them from now on, by the way. Faster combo times provides just that. The Battleaxe is a combo master and can land crushing blow after crushing blow before the enemy even has a chance to react. Faster, stronger overheads gives additional speed and damage to the overhead attack from either direction, including the heavy variants. This perk paired with faster combos allows for crazy finishing overhead attacks. And finally, bonus damage to shields can be a great attribute, but I find it useless at least half of the time since there's a vast majority of the players that are using two-handed weapons. But this just balances the Battleaxe even further by providing an edge in close quarters combat. If you're able to knock the shield down, one-handed warriors are really left at a disadvantage in an area of combat where they might have been able to take you down if you didn't have this perk. Since the Battleaxe is a hefty weapon, and not quite as bulky as some of its direct competitors, it lies somewhere in the middle for how fast it lands hits, so you really must use its perks to get the most out of this slasher, with overheads tied into combos being your deadly focus. Targeting an opponent's limbs and neck is the best way to utilize any axe, but especially with the Battleaxe, since its length can be misleading. You must make every hit count and render them as incapable as possible, hopefully by taking their weapon, arms, or most importantly, their head, all before the fight even starts. Vanguard should be utilizing the skills they usually do, dodging and working their way around opponents, landing overhead strikes in between confusing combos. I find generic combos work quite well, such as a stab/overhead type thing. Using a mixture of slashes before an overhead will also get the enemy quite used to countering slashes. First, let them block you, act like you're trying with your slashes, and then surprise them with a regular overhead attack. The Devastator starts the game with this weapon, thus making it the first weapon that every Vanguard uses, so I'm sure plenty of you will put in a decent amount of time with this one before you move on to anything else. So, get used to it and learn to catch people off guard with those overhead combos, and you'll be prepared for pretty much every other weapon in the game, apart from one-handed options, which can be trickier to learn as some of them are extremely situational. Now, it's time to break the mold a little on my channel and ask a non-Chivalry question. Let me know in the comments section below, what is your favorite game right now other than Chivalry 2? Alright guys, that's it from me. For any extra tips when it comes to maneuvers and approaches to combat, check out my combat guide, which should be somewhere on the screen right about now. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more Chivalry 2 content, and maybe some other stuff to come. Take it easy guys, Chronic, out.